Hello and welcome everybody to Team Chess Battle 2. I'm your host, Woman Grandmaster Dina Belenke, and it is my honor to present you the second match of quarterfinals. Today, on my right, I'm introducing the Team Dandinavian with Chess Chief Officer of Chess.com, Mr. Danny Rensch himself, and Team Scandi International Master, Mr. John Bartholomew, the co-founder of Chessable, one of the largest learning chess platforms in the world. On my left, the amazing team of, oh yes, my queen, International Master Eric Rosen, and Youth World Chess Champion, Women Grandmaster Nemo Joe. Welcome, everybody.
Hey, Dina.
Thanks for having us, Dina.
Thanks, Dina.
Wait,
Amazing start, by the way.
You're the CEO of Chessable?
Co-founder.
Co-founder. Wow, that's really cool. I didn't know that. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, Nemo, you're now gonna have to test him on the chessboard. And let me start with Danny. You are known as world's worst team partner. This time you decided to change. Last time you played with Anish, now with John.
Apparently, you're taking Anish's opinion that I'm the worst partner.
Well, that's what was written on the article on Chess.com.
Okay, well,
not my words.
I'd like to think that this second team battles might help rectify and right the reputation there. I think anybody who actually watched that match saw what happened. It's a really good example of when you're in a toxic relationship and someone is not listening or validating anything you're saying. That was what happened with Anish.
John, your thoughts about it?
I'm
going to back my partner. Like, I could imagine being on a team with Anish is a bit challenging. He seems like a strong personality. So I'm focused on today. I think Danny and I, we've known each other since we were kids. We have a great relationship. So yeah, I'm ready to show the world what Team Dandinavian can do.
That's right. My teammate.
All
That's my
right.
teammate.
That's exciting. And let me show you the brackets. Just before, on Monday, we actually had our first match where Team Cramlings beat Team Chess Kids. Have you guys caught any of that match?
We did. I did. I mean, Team Cramling, are they not the most adorable thing on the internet, since cat gifs? I mean, seriously, right? I mean, Pia and Anna, it doesn't get cuter than that. I'm rooting for them to win the whole thing, but, we'll see.
What?
Wait,
not.
All right. Looking at the second part of the bracket, you guys still have to pass severe fighters over here. And if you were to face Cramlings, Danny, you would only do that in the finals. Do you think you have the expectation to go that far?
My expectation right now is just about playing chess and getting past Mr. Tricky, oh no, where's my stalemate? And then Nemo Zhao, who checkmated me and then tweeted it a while back. I want revenge for that. Remember that quick casual blitz game we played and you posted the checkmate that you got of me, Nemo? You remember that?
I actually don't, and I'm very sorry.
That's how much it stings, right there.
Okay.
So, no, I mean, jokes aside, right now we're here to play the chess on the board. As Hans would say, we're here to let the chess speak for itself, and then we'll see what happens after that. That's our plan today.
Awesome.
That sounds like an amazing plan.
Have you guys done any? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I actually wanted to put you on the spot. Eric and Nemo, just tell us, what are your expectations, your thoughts about this match? Do you think you can take down the boss and the friend of a boss?
We're looking forward to it. We've been training the last few days. Had to buy all of John's Chessable courses and dig through all his Scandi prep. So hopefully our hard work will pay off. But we're just looking forward to having fun and hopefully playing some good chess.
Eric, could you tell us a little more about your prep, if you don't mind? I'd like to know a little more about what you prepared.
Yeah, what courses did you specifically buy?
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't buy any of them, so don't worry.
Outed.
Yeah, but we'll share all of our thoughts once the games get going, and then you can watch it after the fact.
Wait, I'm so curious. How much did you guys practice, if you practice at all?
Our practice consisted of crap talking Anish a lot. We were texting a lot about how much of a horrible teammate Anish Giri is.
Took
And
some of
then
that to Twitter.
we had a quick get together yesterday where we decided to practice some games. We streamed for an hour on John's channel, but that was pretty much it. Real professional level prep going on over here.
I respect it. I'm just saying,
You
I
guys
think
have
I
been
like our
prepping, right?
chances.
And Nemo, Eric, you guys have been practicing on stream. I saw that.
We have.
A little bit, yeah. We found some worthy training opponents. We took down Nizhnik yesterday, which is long claim to fame. So hopefully we can keep up our team chemistry and winning momentum.
So when you guys were playing, were you like bantering while playing?
It depends. We were sometimes. I think by far it's like harder to focus if the game is a little slower. But Eric is not. Neither of us are like going to be super hyper a lot of the time. So we're just like chilling, chatting.
I was just checking in with you guys because that might be a fair play violation. I mean, we might be about to win this match by forfeit because if you guys were bantering and your opponents didn't know, I mean, that's a pretty big violation. I'm kidding, obviously, but I'm just saying, like, we actually had a long debate and we went live. And John is like, "Aren't you in charge?" I'm like, "I don't know the rules around here. Are we even allowed to do this if our opponents don't know that we're bantering?" So, what did you guys decide? Like, what was the call on that?
It was an unrated game, and we made sure our opponents knew. Nemo custom made the challenges. We were on stream, so hopefully we didn't violate TOS.
I'm obviously kidding, but I'm actually we're gonna have to set some ground rules on this because we didn't know exactly what to do either. We were nervous about whether Chess.com's evil fair play team, hate those guys, would kick us from the live server in real time. So.
Aren't you literally like in charge of that, Danny? Aren't you like?
No one knows
couldn't
anymore.
you get yourself out if it happened?
We actually decided to play rated because it was easier to get games quickly in the pool, but we gave all the rating points back of the unsuspecting, unlucky people that we beat. It was glorious.
Yeah.
So whose rating did you gamble?
I
created a new account for it.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
It was called Testing with Danny Team Chess. So it was pretty obvious what we were doing right there. It was in the username.
So is the rating getting refunded or like?
Yeah, we refunded the rating.
Okay.
Yeah. No innocent Chess.com users were hurt during this process.
Nope.
Anyway, it's hard to talk trash with Nemo. She's got a cute cat behind her. It's like, what? It's not like just there to disarm everybody you play. And Eric is like, a sweetheart. Like, John, we're just going to have to destroy these folks on the board. I don't even know what else to say.
Yeah, I think so too. We'll have to let the chess do the talking and get it done on the board.
And on that beautiful note, go ahead, Nemo.
I was just asking if you guys wanted to place bets.
What's the bet? I mean,
just literally what? Like we can put anything like $100 or like dinner next time we meet or anything like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's throw. I mean, I know this is the poker player bringing more stakes to the table here over there with Nemo. I mean, we'll throw dinner down.
Okay, sounds great. Awesome.
Dinner's good.
Let's do it. It's a win-win.
All
the chances of all four of us meeting IRL is slim to none anyway, let's be honest. But let's go.
We'll order you guys Uber Eats. How about that?
Okay, there you go.
Works for me.
Danny knows what to bet for. And on that beautiful note, we have a dinner at stake. Let me send you guys to your corners so that you can discuss a little bit of more strategies. And in the meantime, I just want to remind everybody the format of our event. We are playing the second match.
I couldn't tell if Nemo was just like about to slam a massive glass of iced coffee there or Coke. I don't know what that was.
Just a hit of caffeine, like right before we start.
Okay, well that was fun. I mean, here's the deal. We got to beat these fools. Are we live on your stream? I guess we should.
I think we are. I think it's safe to assume like all our audio is going to my stream.
Okay, so don't say the other thing I was going to say. That's pro tip. All right, we've got a plan now. I think we're allowed to talk about it. They can't hear us anymore. So we'll see if we get white or black first. It's interesting.
Yeah, exactly. I got the sense Nemo made a comment about it's harder when play is slower. I do think if we can kind of get them into maneuvering struggles, if we can just do what we game planned. Play chess, play to our experience, avoid really sharp stuff. We're going to be in good shape today.
Okay. I like it. Yeah, they're full of tricks, but we also, one thing I will say is that sometimes Eric reminds me like of the type of player who, I don't want to say like coffee house chess, but some of the things it's like if you double click to use the corporate term, and you look a little bit harder at some of the traps and zaps he lays, like, I'm willing to, like, as you said, pick our spots and look for them,
Because he's good at selecting traps that are real practical, where if you're facing it the first time and you're a little flustered, you're going to fall into it.
Yeah.
But I'd like to think between us, if we keep our heads screwed on straight, we'll be able to navigate that stuff.
Agreed, Tim.
Eric, avoid the Rosen trap. If we get in a winning position, I'm going to be in your ear about that. No Rosen traps.
Yeah, no. Yeah, they will definitely play it out to checkmate. The good
100%.
news is this: we have a 10-second increment. I mean, they made when we played with a niche, we had a 2-second. It was objectively a lot harder. I'm just saying, like, it was 10-2, I think, which is so much faster.
Because you got to account for a little bit of lag too. That's tough.
Yeah, and so it was hard. We were in a winning position as white against Bobby and Christian, but we got ourselves in time pressure and kind of, fumbled the bag. But not today. Not today, sir.
Not today.
I already had one juice shot. I got another.
Is that like a wheatgrass type thing, or what is that?
It's like this brand, this Trader Joe's, just kind of like organic juice shots they have.
Nice. Hey.
Cool. Go team.
Go team. Dandinavian. Let's do it, Danny.
Dandinavian. Dude, it freaking rolls off the tongue.
It really does. It's an amazing. Okay, we got white.
Here we go. We're on.
Let's do it, partner.
All right. You know what
we're
doing.
Bishop G5 as planned.
I just looked at their prep. Yeah, pause in 10 seconds, aren't you? I should bust it out to a separate window so I can actually see them while we play. Okay. Quick last minute adjustments here.
Yeah, I might have to do that too, actually. That is very handy.
Come on, team viewer. There we go. So now we can put them over here. H6. So this is just the main line that's going on here.
Yeah. So Bishop H4, Bishop F4.
Both are fine. Which one you want?
I'd say Bishop H4.
Yeah,
pretty standard. Okay. Yeah. So, I did look at this a little bit this morning, Danny. So we can play either capture on C5 or just E3.
I think E3, unless you like the main line. I'm good. Like
E3 is fine. Just in the event of Queen B6, I do know what to do there roughly. So yeah, I think E3 is good.
Okay. Yeah, because that's the main thing is if you don't know what to do with Queen B6, but I'm pretty sure it's knight C3, right?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I haven't looked at this in a long time, but I used to play the Trumpowski back in the day. Okay. So now we can play C3. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it seems like they're treating this a little more conservatively.
We can play knight F3 as well.
Mm-hmm.
What's funny is you actually could, modern school, play like knight C3 and try to get Borisov stuff.
Right. I kind of like C3 under the circumstances. Meet Queen B6 with Queen B3.
The moment we're aligned, I'm playing fast right now, and I want to keep the time.
Yeah. I think that's smart. I think they're going to go for like knight F6, E6, something like that.
Yeah. But we definitely got them in something they weren't expecting. And I think if we get just a solid kind of Tory type of structure, H6 already being thrown in is just fine for us.
That's right.
Right? I mean, we're not really... Maybe it creates attacking chances for us that are better. I don't know. But either way.
Just simple to play. Knight F3, knight D2, bishop D3.
Yeah.
Okay, Queen B6.
Okay, now they play that because there's no knight C3. We can... So knight A3 is an option because if Queen B2, knight B5 is tricky business.
Mm-hmm. If it were me, I'd probably just play Queen B3.
Just go for the end game. Let's do it. Yeah. Honestly, I'm trusting our look. You and I I'm a flex a little bit for the fans listening. You and I are probably the two most experienced, I would say strongest players in the event. The thing is, we're also maybe the most rusty and the slowest in some ways. So
Yeah, exactly.
I
We're a little
trust us
past our.
playing just chess. You know what I mean? If you and I are playing chess, dude, we're strong players. I don't know if you know that.
Oh yeah, I mean, if we're synergizing, I think we've got as great a chance as any on paper higher rated team in this competition. So
yeah, I agree.
And we were synergizing yesterday really well.
We were.
We're on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
I hate that word, by the way. I don't know why I'm using
I was going to say that's a corporate word. And I love
That's like a total corporate speak word. Our KPIs are really hitting here, Danny.
Yeah, dude. Hey, there's so many corporate terms we make fun of at Chess.com. Double click is one of them. Like, hey, let me double click on that a little bit. Let me double click. I'm gonna
double click. Oh my.
The synergy between the teams, really. Teams are really gelling right now.
Shout out to everyone watching, by the way. Thanks everyone for tuning in today. We really appreciate it. This is gonna be fun.
I don't know if people can see me, but at some point I might just I don't know, just do something crazy in the background because I'm just all jacked up. By the way, good call.
Do whatever you want. That would be you, Danny. I know Anish repressed your true personality, so I don't want any of that here.
Thank you. No, the queen b3 call was a great call by you because I think it flexes a little bit of what they don't want. A small positional edge for white in an endgame with no real tactics. Eric is like, oh my god, I'm in hell.
Correct. I think they're going to go c4. In which case, I think we should play queen c2.
I would love that. Thank you. I was going to say it's exactly what I want to do. Now, if queen c2, bishop f5, are we playing queen c1?
Yeah, I think queen c1. I know there are circumstances where you can actually take. I don't know that this is one of them, nor do I think we should even think too much about something like that. But I like knowing that they're probably trying to remember or work that out.
Okay.
So tentatively, I think c4, queen c2, bishop f5, queen c1. Okay, they go there right away. Interesting.
Okay, interesting. So we can play knight d2, then they'll play c4, and we almost have to trade.
Yes, although that's not terrible because then we can play a3 and,
Well, knight d2, if c4 we trade, we have e4 immediately.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, we can bust up their structure.
So I kind of like knight d2 as a quick move to keep the pressure up.
And there is d takes c5, queen takes c5, queen takes b7. I mean, I think that's worth pointing out as well. I don't know how well that turns out for us.
Yeah, they have rook b8.
Yeah, rook b8, queen c7. I don't know if it's worth speculating on that.
It makes me a little nervous because on rook b2, they're threatening bishop b1 and c3 is hanging.
Yeah. Yeah, I think your knight d2 call is good here.
Let's just do it quickly. I like it.
Yeah.
Keep the pressure. We're up a minute.
Because now d takes c5 is actually a thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so they play it safe. Yeah.
So there's funny ideas too of just voluntarily playing bishop g3 because in queen b6 there's bishop c7 positions that are irritating AF. But
yeah.
And if bishop g3 c4 queen b6 ab e4, I guess they can back up the bishop there because they protected d5.
Bishop g6. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, my instinct here was to trade queens and play bishop b5. Because then we still have some of those ideas present, like bishop g3, bishop c7.
Yeah.
And that pin just looks...
like that. Now, if queen b6, ab, bishop b5, rook a5, we're not worried about it. I guess we even just have a4.
A4.
Yeah. Okay, I like
it. Kind of reminds me of like exchange Slav positions where that's just irritating for black.
Let's go for it. We're doing it. We're playing quickly. Now, again, if c4, I think we still have e4.
Yeah.
But yeah. I love the tension, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, we just lean into the tension. I think they're going to go bishop e7, knight f6. I think they got to think about stabilizing now.
If bishop e7, are we just playing bishop g3 and going to c7? I like
probably, yeah. Bishop d6, a little more ambitious.
So what's funny is I wonder if we should put the knight on e2 from the perspective that,
like bishop g3 type thing.
Yeah, exactly. If we get bishop g3, we take with the knight, and we have e4 coming at some point. We could also play bishop g3 and invite the trade. They'll probably play king d7.
Yeah, I think
I don't
92
know.
looks reasonable. I'm just seeing if there's anything else tactically that might make sense.
Yeah,
Like that E4 type move. Probably not.
E4, GE. Yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
see
F4
F4.
even crosses my mind. Probably
F4.
unnecessary.
F4 is interesting though. It feels like it could be a bit of a Magnus move. I actually kind of like F4 because it stops G5. If knight F6, I think we're probably taking. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that because E4 might come back to haunt us.
Yeah. All right, let's play flexible then. Let's play 92. I'm going to do it
Yeah.
without taking too much time because I feel like it's one of those positions where we're still in. There's a lot of different ways to go
For
territory,
sure.
you know?
Yeah.
So,
So let's assume knight F6. What are we doing at that point?
so is it more interesting to take because we haven't played F4? Is there like a. I want to look for like an E4 with knight G3. I want to look at knight G3 first with knight H5. I want to get a positional grind of some kind here.
Yeah,
You know?
same. Kind of like the idea of just castling short too.
Yeah.
Just keeping all our options on the, like, see where they go with the king. Because that's not such an easy decision for black. Where to put the king if they put it on E7, D7 and it's in a pin.
Are we not worried about knight E4 here?
I wouldn't think so.
Okay. So we're not interested in taking. They're trying to invite the dynamic part of it. I mean, we could play F3 and king F2, whatever, but I don't even feel like giving them the bishop here yet is necessary. And I kind of like bishop G3 still at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
So do you want to play F3 and king F2, or do you want to castle? Like, I mean, what kind of flexibility we want here? I kind of
I
like
wasn't really
F3.
thinking about F3 right away, but that is an interesting point because that does give us some potential for taking F6 and E4 even later on.
Yeah, and it gives us G4 in some spots.
G4, right. I know you like to do that.
You know.
I'd say it's between F3 and castles here.
Okay, well, which one you want? I mean, I'm good with slow jamming it. I'm also good with F3, king F2, and.
Let's think. So if F3 castles, I'm just trying to weigh like how.
Wait, there's no E4. Yeah. Okay, there's no E4.
Yeah, I don't think a fork is going to work.
Yeah. Okay, let's just castle.
Okay, yeah, let's just play castles.
Let's just play simple chess. Not even
keep options open.
Yeah, the only thing I'm curious about is like, do we throw in an A3 at some point here? Do we play for F3 anyway, even though we're castled? I'm just wondering, what are some of the setups you're looking for here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still looking at the queen side to some degree because I think, let's say they castle, we have to have knight A7 on our radar. So maybe we do just go for bishop G3, try to trade bishops, give our bishop access back to E2. Maybe A4 somewhere. Yeah, they do castle.
Yeah, I still wonder about taking F6 and knight G3. They'll play bishop to G6. Okay, no reason to do that.
Yeah, I don't see much with taking. I think black is fine there.
Okay. So you want bishop G3?
Yeah, I like that move, bishop G3.
Yeah,
look for a trade.
Keep the dark square structure to our advantage. Teeny positional edge, micro positional edge.
Exactly. Not much.
Did you have a chessable course on this? Grinding out little endgame, grinding out tough endgames, 100 endgames.
This might be the first time I played bishop G5 on move 2, so never say never.
Hey, you're still learning. They say it's really important to learn things as you get older, and you and
That's right.
are getting old.
We're pushing 40, man. We got to keep growing.
Pushing 40. What in the?
I know, man.
Okay, if bishop takes, we're taking with the knight quickly.
Yeah, knight quickly. Exactly.
Yeah, I think so. No reason not to.
Okay. Not the most exciting position in the world.
No. I could be convinced for F4 even still here. I know they have C4 coming, but then we have F5. Oh, wait. Well, okay. It's a little risky with the E3 pawn. But I'm thinking about a dark square grind,
F4, maybe knight E7 starts to make sense for them. Start trying to blockade the F5 square.
And I am worried about C4, knight A7 in some awkward spots.
Yeah. I mean, we
what's
could
the
trade
plan?
on.
Sorry, what?
We could trade on c6 maybe, but that feels kind of lame.
Yeah. I don't know why I like a3 as like ask them what they want to do.
a3, you said?
A3 just to ask them what they want to do and
Yeah,
keep.
that's probably not a bad idea, Danny.
Let's do it. I mean, it gets
Kind
the
of feels like
pawn
we got to play that
defended.
move.
It kind of goes like, what's your plan?
Right.
We have h4 coming at some point if we want to go alpha. We have f3, king f2, and kind of,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean,
I like that f4 idea. Like we'll probably want to keep that in mind because that could be a thing.
yeah, f4 to f5. I worry about knight g4 in some spots.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was our move here, what would we play?
If it's our move, I would say probably f4 or maybe bishop takes c6 and then
And
f4.
what's the follow-up to bishop takes c6? What's the idea?
So trying to play f4 when they don't have that knight e7 response. That's my thinking.
Now we're jiving.
Because I feel like if we play f4 and they get knight e7 in, it's like, what are we doing there?
Yeah, I like it. Good point. I also like a3 more and more now because if we're threatening to take c6 and play f4, knight g4 is met by rook a to e1 with no worries over there.
Exactly.
And then we have like, we're getting space and we're pushing forward. So
like this is how we're going to try to win this match. We're going to give them these like micro strategic problems that may not even be problems like in actual fact, but they have to work through them.
Yep. I like it a lot. And by the way, if c4, I think we're probably just are we taking c6 and playing f4? Or wait, they have bishop d3 now. Are we taking and playing e4? Are we playing
Let's
e4
think for
anyway?
a moment because b3 might be an option too, right?
Yeah. Okay, if b3 they take, our c3 pawn is pretty weak at the end of that. Like,
yeah, although then
if b3 takes, knight a5, I kind of don't like it because they get the rook on the c file.
knight d2, yeah, okay, I see what you mean.
Is knight a7 really a worry though? Like, could we play e4 here?
E4 right away. That is
knight
interesting.
a7, we'd have to move the bishop, and then they take e4.
And then they do take, yeah.
But if they take it, they have to take everything with the bishop at the end to avoid losing c4. Although, wait, no, if we take c4 at the end of those lines, they have b5 forking our knight and bishop. So we have...
yeah, I think either we take on c6 or...
What's the follow-up to taking on c6 now? Is it still f4?
Well, I think if we take on c6, we're just doing it to clarify the queenside situation. In terms of the follow-up, I'm not sure because bishop d3 is annoying, admittedly.
Yeah.
Maybe we slow jam it with f3 after that, like you were saying earlier.
Because if bishop d3, we move the rook.
Yeah.
And that was kind of my debate about taking c6 or not. As irritating as it is, I'm kind of like, if we play f3 right now, rook a5, we take the knight anyway. They're attacking us. And if they move the knight, we play bishop a4, b5, bishop d1. I'm playing out the scenario. Bishop d3, rook e1. I'm like, we can always kind of go to d3. We can go like trade off the bishop on d3 later. And I wonder if we're not overreacting a little bit.
So you're saying start with which move?
f3.
F3. And then on knight a7?
Bishop a4.
Okay.
And I'm just like, all right, b5, bishop d1, and then what?
Okay. Let's do it. F3 looks reasonable.
Because then we get bishop e2 at the end of a lot of those lines. And I'm kind of like, all right, well, what exactly are you doing here, Bob? What do you do here, Bob?
What do you do here, Bob? Yeah, and then at the minimum, if they want our bishop, we're gonna make them chase the bishop.
Yeah, we're making them chase it. And if they play rook a5, not realizing that we're fine with taking c6, it's like, all right, we'll just take c6. No big deal.
Yeah. Whoa, knight e8.
Interesting.
Can't say that was on my radar, Danny.
It was not. I'm good with just e4 now. What are they going to do? Knight d6? We'll take c6.
Yeah, what is that knight doing? Like, I don't see why they like the d6 track for it.
I don't either. I think we're just going to take c6. Like,
yeah, let's play e4.
Yeah, let's do it. What exactly are you doing here, Bob?
So knight
Bob.
d6. We were going to get some Happy Gilmore references in today.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Happy learned how to putt. Okay, we're gonna say that line
Uh-oh.
before we do some second.
Happy learned how to putt. Okay.
All right. Do we just play King f2, or did we play Rook e1?
I like Rook e1. Okay, so like long term, we do got to watch the knight coming to a4 specifically.
Okay.
I don't see like an easy route for them to get there, but just to have on our radar.
Do we bring the other rook to e1 with the idea of like, I mean, it's hard to get at b2 for a while, and we're like, are we playing like e5 and f4? Do we play h4 here just to induce h5?
Yeah.
I could go for a lot of these moves.
Hmm.
If I was
Maybe
playing
we start
blitz,
with
I would
rook
play
e1?
rook on e1. What?
Yeah. Well, one other thing we should be aware of is they might play for c5.
Yeah, so a rook on e1 is good, right? To just open up the file.
Rook e1, c5. Nah, probably we can take and play rook e5 at minimum. Yeah, let's play rook ae1. Start with that.
I like it.
We got to watch our time a little bit because we are behind now.
Yeah, we've got 10 seconds increment. I think this is a nice critical moment to keep our edge. You know what's funny is we can even bring the king to c1, by the way, if we really want to go on a quick time scramble journey.
That's right. I mean, there are some cases like they might consider sacking a piece, like knight b5, and then take one of the pawns, but it seems pretty remote.
Yeah,
we always have rook e3.
Yeah, that seems like the kind of thing you play to lose, right? I mean,
yeah.
I like h4 next as like a quick move to play. I like the idea of
f4. I think could be a move here too, Danny.
Yeah, I like f4 a lot actually because if I almost wanted to suggest it last turn, but there's no reason to risk the pawn. But we're kind of threatening f4. The question is whether we even want to play h4 first. But go ahead.
No, that's definitely I think a strategic threat they have to consider at this point.
If they play f5, we're just taking d5. Okay, no, and then rook e6, and that's actually just looks bad.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to like make sure there's no way for them to force open this diagonal, try to plot that bishop on d3. But
kind of feels like they got to play something conservative, like a rook to e8, rook f to e8 or something.
Yeah, and then what if we play f4?
Right. I wouldn't mind if f4 they play f5 and then we get to take on d5 and plant a rook on e5 or something, or knight comes around to e5.
Okay, so what's your feelings on throwing at h4 or not, AlphaZero style?
Feels a little abstract to me. I don't see in the short term what it would gain. It could be more weakening too.
If we induce h5, I think that bishop is suddenly tied down in a lot of spots. And if they let us play h5, I wonder if there's just like positions where we're anticipating an e-file becomes open and a king is in an awkward spot because we've clamped down some escape squares. Again, there's always risk to advancing the alpha pawn, right? It could become a weakness.
Yeah, it's a little time consuming. Like that's my knock against h4. Yeah. Like h4, h5 seems like a little extravagant.
And I agree. And I think f4 is a concrete enough idea.
Yeah. And we haven't really created like a big concrete threat for them yet this game. So it's nice that I think they're realizing because they're slowing down here that that's a thing they got to watch for.
Yeah, I think they thought that. I think that it was probably one of those things where they were thinking that taking c6 was always going to be good for them if they could make it happen. So they committed to this plan, and we were kind of already like willing to cut our losses a little bit in terms of all right, we don't get anything special over there, but we're going to quickly switch gears. So I like just like if I was describing the story of the game and I was thinking about what they were thinking, I think that they were probably committed that this would have been fine for them, but maybe underestimated a little bit of white space.
Right. Yeah, admittedly, I didn't really see this f4 idea, but rook ae1 looked pretty natural, and now, fortunately, we have this in play.
Yeah.
I mean, they might go over something sharp like c5, b5, really.
What are they going to do, play b4?
I mean, that's a desirable strategic move, but it kind of ignores the f4 threat, doesn't it?
Unless they're going to take on e4 in some way, we're missing it because c4 is not weak. But if everything gets traded and we go to the rook ending, are we happy there? Probably, because we're the only ones grinding there.
Yeah. I feel like we could force through f5 pretty quickly there, like g6, g4 maybe. There's no way that's worse for us.
Yeah, I say we just play f4 here.
Let's do it, yeah. Keep the pressure on them.
Here we go. Nemo taking a sip of that massive iced coffee over there, a little Coke.
Oh, I'm not even looking at their cams.
I've got him over here in the corner.
Nice.
Hi. Hi in the corner.
Hey.
Love you.
What's up, chat?
Love you. I'm like a,
This is a good first game to play. You know, we got a position that looks good. Probably Black can solve their issues, but they gotta think about what to do.
Yeah.
That might be their best plan, Danny, is what you said. Just trade everything on E4 and try to grovel. But it's annoying.
I think it is. I mean, do they really want to allow F5? I mean, I guess they could play Rook A8, and if F5, they're shaking and baking on the E file before taking F5. But maybe there's.
Yeah, that's a tough plan to stomach, isn't it? They'd have to do some serious jujitsu to try to dodge our pawns coming up.
Yeah. So if they play Rook A8 and laugh in the face of our tension, what is our move? We don't really want to play E5. Yeah, knight. Yeah, the knight moves to F5, and
I mean, there I'd consider your H4 idea.
Yeah,
just get another pawn up,
maintain the tension, push forward a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, if they play, that's a good point. If they go Rook F8, I guess we don't have F5.
Yeah,
that is important.
But you start to look at the position. Okay, this doesn't work, but I want to point out ideas of like if we could imagine our knight on E5 and some of the like. Rook A8, H4, H5, like knight F3, knight E5, and like some of these positions start to get awkward for Black, even if the immediate tactics on E4 work out. You get what I'm saying? It looks a little weird.
Exactly. So they're doing some kind of iteration of that, I guess.
Yeah. If
F5 makes sense.
If F5 and they take E4, we can take E6, take F8, and then take E4, and we're good. If F5 and they take F5. We could take F5, but then they're going to play Rook E8, I think. They're banking on that F5 pawn becoming a weakness.
Yeah, because F5 is definitely critical here for us. No doubt.
Is there a quick move we could play to keep the pressure up?
Yeah, so if they take E4 with the pawn, you were going through that calculation, right? We take E6?
Yeah, if F5 takes E4, takes E6, we trade on F8 and then take on E4. And in the end, I think that's good for us.
They might have F5, D takes E4, F takes E6, F5, though.
Oh, that's a funny idea. I like it. Yeah,
that's like a move that they would scheme, right? Like this team, they would see that.
Yeah. Although, I wonder if it works. E7, Rook F7, it does work. We have knight H5, but if our knight lands on F4, there's G5 in a lot of positions. So yeah, it makes me not want to go for F5 at all. So how do we maintain the tension then?
Yeah. Like a rook doubling scenario.
Okay, example, like King F2. Just hear me out. King F2, they want to maintain the tension. We get the king to F3. We're actually threatening E5 now. Because then if knight F5, we trade and play G4. And if they play bishop D3, we like put the rook on G1 and the bishop is like stupid and we've gained like massive space on the king side.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Like, I'd love to get a game, John, where their bishop on D3 looks glorious and our knight is just a better piece, and we just remaneuver it out.
Okay, let's play King F2. It looks fine.
Okay.
I don't think the F file is likely to become open, so yeah, this looks all right.
And if we get King F3, again, like, I'm not saying we go E5, I'm not saying we don't, but like we're kind of building up the potential for this endgame where we start gaining space on the king side and pushing, and like you said, I don't see the F file becoming a nuisance for us.
And it's a nice hedge if we get into a rook endgame too.
Yeah, like King F3. And
looks fine.
And I'm like, what do you got next here? Like, what's the plan?
I don't think F5 is something we need to worry about.
Although F5 is funny, yeah, because if takes, they're going to get
probably a minimum E5. I can't imagine their bishop being buried on H7 is going to be good there.
Okay, good call. Okay,
wow,
so now he's going for A4. He wants knight A4 at the end of the line. He's tricky. He's going knight B6, knight A4, hitting B2.
Okay. Well, they evidently think they're stable enough to do this, which they might be, in fairness.
Yeah. F5 is still possible here because if F5 takes E4, now we can take with the rook, and if they take F5, never
We lose
mind.
a pawn there, right?
Yeah, we do. Is there like a rook double plan that's like rook F2, knight
That's what I was
D6?
thinking. Rook E2, and if knight A4, knight F1 or something. Looks
Yeah.
kind of lame, but
Looks kind of lame, but we're still then threatening to take on D5.
let's do that. I don't think we should spend too much time on it. We're already getting below 5 minutes.
Yeah, we get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's a good plan by the Nemo and the Rosen to bring that knight over to A4. It's a good plan. Wow. John's getting some fair play check. You guys probably can't even hear it. Hear me. Okay, John is getting fair play check, so I'm moving fast here.
Hey, are you guys still there?
Fair play check.
Hey, my computer just blue screened. Yeah.
Give us a moment.
All right, John, I'm going to keep playing. I'm flying solo here. There's no John. There's no John. It's only Dan. He got the blue screen of death. I don't even know if you can hear me, but the show must go on. Yeah. I'm not sure what I want. Do I want 93? If they take everything. If they don't, I have knight g4 and 95. I'm doing it. Let's hope it's not a blunder. It also goes to d1, which is funny. Can anybody hear me? Is the show live? Can you hear me? Can the show hear me? Seriously. Can anybody hear me? Knight d1 is simple, but it's actually not what my plan was. My plan is to go knight g4, knight e5. Knight g1 because they might have c5 and things open up. And I'm passive. But what I do have is e5.
I can try to boot back up, but I think Danny should probably just play out this game.
Yeah, he's continuing on his own for now, and we'll see what happens when you get back. No rush.
Okay. Should I try to get back on?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So now they play f6. Do I play f5? If f5 takes, king takes. This is crazy, right? Takes f5, takes, they give check, I move. I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on. I can play knight d1. What's funny is I can also take d5 and then play f5. And if take d5 and they take with the c pawn, then I move my knight and e6 is falling. I kind of like it. I'm going to get aggressive here. Getting under time pressure. It might be a mistake, but I don't have my partner with me. And again, I think e6 is weak. Can the show hear me? Should I keep talking and entertaining, or did John go down and now the show can't hear me? I don't even know. And I feel like I'm saying things into the void. Nobody can hear me. Nobody's talking to me. I don't think they saw this coming. And again, if they take with the e pawn, I'm playing f5. And if they take with the c pawn, I'm playing knight d1. So I'm going to go after the pawn here. Am I still live on the show? Oh, wow. Okay. Now e6 is hanging.
John?
And the c2
yeah.
pawn.
I'm going to give you the call-in link. Just join. Same thing as last time.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks. So if I take e6, they have bishop e4 check. Knight takes e4. King takes e6.
And John, sorry, can you screen share and
Knight
Zoom as
c5
well?
check. They move, and then I play knight e6. Rook e6, bishop e4. Knight takes e4, king takes, knight g5 check. King d7, or king d6. Knight e6, they move the rook to pin. That's the idea. They have a trick here. So rook e6, bishop e4. If rook e4 takes, rook takes. I've gotten 2 pawns for the exchange.
Hey, Danny, I'm back if you can hear me.
Yo, I got you, man.
Okay. Yeah, my computer blue screen. I'm sorry.
You're good, man. We're trying to calculate either takes e6 or playing f5 here. I got the knight to d1. If we take e6, bishop e4 check, knight takes e4, king takes e6. I don't see a brilliant discovered check there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And they're going to meet anything with knight e6 with rook e8 and keep the exchange. So we can play rook e6 and then take e4 and have 2 pawns for the exchange, but I was having trouble evaluating that.
Did you look at f5?
That's the other move I was looking at. If f5, everything gets traded, I mean, we could do a number of things there, including like just king f4. Because if g6, then rook e7 check is powerful. And if they trade everything on e8, we take everything and play king takes f5. But I'm not sure what's going on there.
Yeah, that looks risky.
I mean, we could play f5 and take everything, rook e7, king moves, and then rook b7. That's not bad, actually.
And then double the rooks if they challenge?
Yeah. f5.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
You like f5?
We got to make a decision pretty quickly, so let's give it a shot.
Yeah, and I think if we played a slower move, it was unnecessary. So I think this is. Look, I want to get him in a mating. I want to get them in a mating net. Like rook e7. If king g6, is there like a way to abandon b2 and play like knight f2, knight h3, knight f4 mate, bro? Look at that.
Yeah, I was looking at a knight coming to h5 or something, trying to gang up on g7.
Yeah, like if they take, dude, like look at this knight f2, knight h3, knight f4 idea. Like if the king goes to g6, I think king g6 is suicide.
Yeah, this doesn't look good. They're going to have to play the king back to g8 once they do this. This is going to be crunch time, so.
And then if knight h5, rook f7, like, I mean, dude, we can play knight f4 there even. Okay, so now they're going for this. I think we take.
Yep. Rook e7. Okay, so after king g8, presumably, do you want rook b7 or knight e3?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
okay,
king g6.
This. Wow. So this is super crazy, right?
Yep.
If knight f2, knight b2, no, they have h7 at the end of the line. So do we play rook b7? And if they come after us, we just okay, what?
You know, I kind of like that, Danny, because I think at minimum, rook b7, say rook e8, we trade, rook takes b5, rook e1, we can play rook b4.
And we have that rook ending at minimum.
Yes. And I don't think we're ever going to lose that rook ending. We're probably much better there.
I'm with you. Yeah, their 4 on
man.
2 on the king side is not as good as our queen side situation, especially if d5 also falls.
Correct. So like our only issue here is the d1 knight, but
If they don't challenge, they're screwed. The other rook comes in, and the 7th ring is falling apart. So rook e8, we just got to calculate. Rook e8 takes, rook b5. Rook e1, let's look at it. There's also knight e3 there to consider, by the way, which looks good.
yep.
Like, in fact, if knight e3, rook b1, knight takes d5, they take b2. We have knight f4 check in some of those positions, but maybe there's no reason to. Maybe just what you
Yeah,
said.
I like
rook
the plan of
b4,
just winning
yeah.
their b pawn.
Rook b4 takes d1, takes a4, right?
Yeah. Okay,
Ooh.
so we're in a double. What's their idea?
I think we have to do it. Just come in.
Yeah, what's going to be their answer to that? I don't see what they're going to do.
If they play rook g8, we're just taking g7 and taking b8.
Correct. Maybe they missed that.
Yeah.
I think they're in trouble, Danny. Because that b5 pawn is like the absolute linchpin to their position, right? Because if we win that, rook b4.
Yeah. That knight is just trapped. I mean, if they're not attacking our knight
Yeah.
on d1, they're losing their knight almost.
Yep. I think they're going to have to go for rook e8 here, Danny. Yep.
We're just going to go for the line you said. We're
Wait.
taking.
Okay, king f2 is worth considering there.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
But if rook b4 takes d1, takes a4, they attack b2, we defend it. Like, we're in. Oh, man, I should have played king f2. You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, king f2 is really strong, but that's okay. I think we're still in a good shape.
Okay, if they go rook e1, should we reconsider anything like knight e3? Rook b1.
Yeah, knight e3 is also interesting. I don't know if it's worth it under the circumstances.
But okay, look. Rook e1, knight e3, rook b1, rook b4. Ooh,
f4? Really?
I think we should play rook b4.
Wait, hold. We got
A8.
time. What are they plotting here?
I think that they thought they were lost in that line. They were trying to get tricky. But I think if rook b4,
Because we also have king f2. Remember, like we have a do-over for king f2.
yeah, if we play king f2, they're just totally stuck and trapped. Oh, dude, I love that move.
But they could go rook a8. I mean, they're probably going to have to play rook a8.
But then we can d5.
Yeah. Yeah, they're getting desperate. Let's play king f2. I feel like that's going to confuse them.
King f2 is just simple.
Yeah. Take away the one active move that they have.
Yeah. And if rook a8, I think we just. Oh, if we take d5, they have rook b8.
Yes, so we do need to be aware of that.
Okay, now we have rook b4 if we want to force them over. That was a good move, actually.
We could run our king over and maybe threaten something there. Why don't we do that? King e2?
And then knight f2 is coming as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Knight f2 will keep the king out. Let's play king d2 first.
King d2 first. I agree.
Because, yeah, if they come in, we just push them back.
We maybe went a little unnecessarily passive here. I don't know if my king f2 thing was good, but we're still doing great. Okay.
King c2 or rook or knight f2. I think we should play knight f2 and try to start reload. Oh, wait, they have rook b6.
What do you think about rook b4, knight b6, a4?
I like it. We're doing it.
Let's just do that. Get the a pawn rolling. We got to start pushing pawns. Pushing p.
Pushing p. Okay.
a6. Wow.
I think that's okay. Now knight f2. I'm playing this move kind of fast to just like
Sure. Yeah.
a little pressure here.
Rook b5. Knight b6, rook c5, maybe I'm thinking. Although we don't have to rush it. King e6.
Ooh. Now do we have knight g4? Okay. No. I went here just to quickly defend the pawn.
Okay, that's fine. We don't want to give him too much momentum. Let's play h3.
Yeah, I think we got a little passive. That's my fault. We should have played king of 2 when I said when you
No,
said.
that's all good. How about rook
Okay,
B? No, rook B8, rook B6 maybe. H4 doesn't look great.
Do we sit rook B8? Rook B8, rook B6. There's no check. Okay, let's go back to D1. I want to defend and like get our rook active here. If we can.
Line G4 though. I don't know about that. But okay.
No, but I don't think we could stop it anyway. Now I want to play rook down.
We got to watch F3.
Mouse. I know,
F3
but
is
but if F3 takes H3, we get rook H8, and we're good.
Okay. So you want B2 protected?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now either rook D8, and if knight B6, rook D6. I like that. Because if F3 takes H3, we always have knight F2 there. I think.
Okay, let's go for that. D8.
I'm trying to bait him.
Hopefully, don't find a pass pawn thing though. That would be concerning.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is concerning. Agreed.
Just watch for trickery.
If F3, what are we playing? We're taking. We have to. Because they're taking G2.
Yeah, we got to take.
And now if they take H3, we should play rook H8 first, force king G6, and then play knight F2.
I think so, yeah.
And then check and go rook G2, and we get the pawn back, at least.
They might try to nail this down with G3, though. It's concerning, but I think knight E3. Okay, rook H8. Yeah.
King G6, knight F2.
Oh, and then, yeah, H2, we have check and rook G2 at minimum.
Yeah, but they have rook B6 at the end of the line.
Rook B6. Oh,
Wait,
what if we play check right now and then rook G3?
Dude, check and rook G3, we win the pawn.
Yeah, yeah. They're still going to have that H pawn's annoying, but I think this is probably the best.
Yeah.
Ooh. They're going to try to get in with their king, maybe? Like H4? Okay. Hold up.
King D2, they got nothing.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
So rook B6 we can take. And if they take E2, rook takes H5.
I think we should go for that.
Take H3.
And then take H5.
That's right. They do have king G6 there, but at least we're going to be up a pawn.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll play rook H8, and we'll go for the D pawn. Ooh. We can play king C2 now. And guard the pawn. By the way, if they ever take on B2, we have knight E3. So like check, king F4.
Yeah, this looks critical.
If king E3 and they take everything, we have F4 check. At the very least, we're going to... that's not ideal.
We're going to play F4, though. Let's go rook H1.
Rook H1?
Yeah, let's go rook H1.
I agree.
Gotta hurry.
If they take, I kind of like knight E3. And then we have this like rook D1 check coming. It's really irritating.
Knight E3, knight D3, knight takes D5, rook B2, king E3. I don't see anything for them there.
Yeah, if F4 check...
but they have F4.
No, but we can play rook G1 check first. If knight E3, we have rook G1 check.
Good call, yeah. Rook G1.
And then we take.
Ooh, now where do they put the king?
Yeah. Wait, are they going to get mated?
H-file.
If they go king H4, are we taking F5 or D5? Both are interesting.
I think take F5.
If F5, king H3, rook H3, A1 check, king G2, we get H5.
That's got to be good for us.
I think we take F5, right?
We almost have a mating net.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I don't want to... Okay.
Now here, let's just pause for a second because rook G3 looks good. Rook G3, rook G5?
Yeah, rook G3, king H2, rook G5, and if check, king E3.
I like it. Let's do it. We can press them on the clock. They do have knight f4.
I think this is also. Oh, they do have knight f4. I didn't see that. What do we play on that?
Good question. It's their only move.
We can play knight e3 and go after d5, because when we take d5, dude, we get take a5 check and then take d5 at the end. Like,
what are we doing against rook b2?
Knight e3, rook b2, king c1, rook f2, knight takes d5.
And they have knight d3 though.
Okay, and then we move to b1. Like, so what, right? Like,
yeah. The thing is, I don't know what else we have.
We have knight g7 if we want, or knight. No, but then they have h4, so I think we have to go for this.
Wait, knight g7. Knight g7, h4, rook.
And we have rook g4.
Rook g4. Let's do knight g7.
Okay.
I don't know about this, but I feel like we got to take care of that h pawn. Know what I mean?
Yeah. I wanted to get that d5 pawn, but I'm with you. If rook b2, king c1, knight d3, king d1, what am I playing? King d1
I think
here?
we go king d1 here.
Yeah. Okay. Good call.
They might go knight e2, but at least
rook g2. Rook g2. Oh, they had rook g2.
Wait a second. So if we go rook g4, what are they doing? I don't see it. Let's play rook g4. Oh, that's what they wanted. Oh
Man, we're blundering.
Yeah. Knight to f5. Got to do it.
Yep.
Okay, this is going to get weird.
Oh, man.
Man.
I think we have to move the rook down, but we're in trouble here.
Let's just go king c1.
Run away. We have the a pawn.
Which they're going to probably scoop up. But at least then we gain some room to operate. Okay.
Knight. I don't know if we go for knight e7 and try to take d5, knowing we're going to have to sack some stuff in the end. We don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, play knight e7. Got to try it.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get them kind of boxed in the corner. But I feel like their king's going to come to g1.
Oh, man. We're in trouble. It's busted. We're actually just busted here. Yeah.
Rook h8 or g8.
h4 is coming. h2 is coming. We were busted.
Yeah. We tried to finesse it too much in this game.
Yeah, we did. We tried to finesse it too much. We had it.
Time to resign.
Yep. I gotta hit game review here.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
I gotta go to the end and see.
I think probably the king f2 thing. I maybe got us off track with that. And then knight f2, we start playing too passive.
So knight takes, apparently, if we just take d5 instead of f5 with check, the king is kind of in an awkward spot.
On which?
After rook g1, king h4, we should have just taken the d5 pawn.
Rook g1.
Congratulations, team. Oh, yes, my queen. Despite everything that was going on, Eric almost got caught in the fire, but yet managed to strike back. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, it was a really interesting game. I'm sorry to viewers who maybe had to listen to the loud alarm. I could barely hear myself talk when it was going off, but thankfully we were able to keep composure.
Did you consider for a second to actually get out of the house?
I considered it, but I didn't see or smell fire in the near distance, so I figured that I could spend more time trying to help Nemo.
Thanks, Eric. Really appreciate it. I needed it. It was a really tense moment too, with Danny and John pushing the end game.
Well, it's funny. We had a crisis on our end too. I was solo there for quite a while because John had the blue screen to death. So I was just playing by myself there in the
We could tell.
game.
Could really tell.
For the record, that's when I outplayed you, and I went on this E takes D5 and F5, and you guys got in trouble. And then I think we over finessed the endgame.
So what you're saying is John came back and you guys lost the game.
I'm saying that we had a good position, and then together we over finessed. And I'm looking.
Yeah. We over finessed with this King F2 stuff.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm looking at game review right now. That was frustrating.
It was honestly a really tense game. I was extremely nervous about the end game. I feel like Eric was like, here we go. We got this. He was the one that suggested king to h4. And yeah.
Well, at some point, I thought we completely lost the thread with allowing knight e3, knight f5. But I think our king just found a safe place and helped our h-pawn.
Yeah, the fact you had knight g2 was clutch. Without knight g2 towards the end.
We should have taken the d5 pawn after king h4 instead of knight takes f5 check, according to this analysis here. But it was hard. The h-pawn was scary, so we were trying to corral it.
Yeah, okay. I see that. We were calculating after knight takes d5 to go for rook b2. So I think that would have made rook b2 check. Would have been a really interesting game. Apparently after king e3, I thought we had f4, but we don't have f4, so we thought it would be.
Honestly, I thought the same thing. Yeah.
Actually, because I'm pretty sure we mentioned that line.
I literally thought it was checkmate.
We were looking at that line without rook g. If we hadn't thrown rook g1 check in, you do have f4, but after rook g1 check, you don't. And so, yeah, if we take d5 right away, then rook b2, king e3, f4.
Whew.
Yeah, I don't know what the engine says, but I think the whole king f2 plan, Danny, we should just not have gone for that.
The engine agrees. King f2.
I think we should have just played rook b4 and made them play that rook ending.
Yeah. That's what the computer
that looked pretty miserable for
black.
Black.
It still likes white if we had taken d5 there instead of f5 check. So,
was king f2 on the previous move just winning?
No, it actually likes rook takes b5. It says that whole straightforward plan of rook b5, rook f4 was. We should have stuck with it. That was our initial idea.
Yeah, we got too cute with it.
We got too cute.
So, Danny, any adjustments for the game 2?
We're gonna try to win.
No, I mean we're gonna win. That's the main thing we're gonna do. That's the only adjustment we need to make is not losing. I mean that's the big thing.
Hopefully keep our computers up and running.
And
wait, what happened, John? Your computer just died?
It just blue screened.
Oh,
so I had to reboot, but that definitely wasn't the reason why we lost.
Are you saying there's another reason you guys lost? No, I'm joking.
We did, yeah. We misplayed that ending, that's for sure.
Yeah, we misplayed that endgame.
You guys played well. You took your resources when they came up.
Whose idea was it to play bishop g5 on move 2? We were not expecting that opening.
It was kind of a team decision. I suggested that Trempowski is a fun surprise weapon, and John said, yeah, let's play it even if they play d5.
I see.
We shouldn't give away too much prep, though. There could be an Armageddon.
That's true.
Ooh.
That's true. We won't say the other things we had planned in case we do get ourselves to an Armageddon.
That's right.
Well, guys, knowing that you both have some secrets and strategies over there, how about you take a quick moment to refresh yourselves before this second game?
Yes, please.
Sounds great.
We'll be
Got
back.
it.
Thank you, Hikaru.
All right, I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
I'll be back too.
And on that note, before we get into the game 2, I do have to remind you to subscribe to the Chess.com stream on Twitch to unblock brand new emotes for every event and exclusive break time content during the show. Your sub makes events like this possible. Use the command subscribe in chat now to level up. Game 2 of Team Chess Battle 2 is coming up after this short break. Stay tuned.
Hey, we got white.
Here we go. We're on
Let's do it, partner.
All right. You know what
All right,
we're doing.
bishop g5 as planned.
I love the tension, baby.
Yeah, we just lean into the tension. I think they're going to go bishop e7, knight f6. I think they got to think about stabilizing now.
And castling still seems quite natural. I don't think we're scared about bishop takes f6.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Rook takes b5, and then rook e1.
Do this. This is going to be crunch time, so.
G2, rook G2. Oh, they had rook G2.
I said too much in this game.
Yeah, we did. We tried to finesse it too much. We had it.
Time to resign.
E3, we just promote.
By the way, we have potential for another Rosen trophy. We queen.
Oh.
Nah, they
didn't
No,
let us. It was
say-
rook, right? A rook, and then you can.
we under promote, but then we move our king with checkmate.
Yeah. Oh
promoted-
yeah.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Got to go to the end and see.
I think probably the king f2 thing. I maybe got us off track with that. And then knight
Which
f2,
one?
we start playing too passive.
+1, I set a Puzzle Rush record. I got 60 and I should have had 61. And I think that's recorded in the Zoom call, so I'm going to want that footage.
I am deeply offended by your pawn eats pawn rule. I think that sort of thing is cannibalism and must be stopped. Let's have a Zoom discussion about it.
And he includes the Zoom link. I love it. Can we open that now? Is he there?
God.
That'd be great.
I love the tone of that. Like it's cannibalism. Let's have a Zoom discussion about it. Here's a link. Like that is so good.
I was sure that was going to be an en passant ticket. You know,
Yeah, I
right
thought
up
when it
until
started.
the cannibalism. Yeah,
I thought we were ready for en passant. He took us down a deep, dark world of cannibalism, and here we are. And by the way, I hope he's not waiting for us on Zoom.
I wasn't even swearing in a mean way. I'm Australian, it's how we talk.
Crikey, wallabies walking about. I'm actually with him on that. Have you ever talked to an Australian? They drop an F-bomb like literally every other word.
and I think one of the things we've actually are working on now is that friend chats have a different filter. So that if you're playing a friend, you can actually engage in some fun trash talking. So that is something we realistically are looking at, because people deserve that experience if they want.
Sean McCoy bringing the knowledge. Didn't even know that was a feature. I love it. This is the 1 hour chess lesson you could take to make sure that you have all the starting tips, strategies, and basic understanding to really be ready. By owning the D file, White can do anything that he or she wants. If you don't understand what to do here, you might move the queen to safety on c6 and immediately lose the first lady to bishop to b5. King on the 6th, pawn on the 5th is a winning king and pawn ending where no matter what black does, we are going to be able to bring a new queen to the board. You can also skip the parts that maybe you already know how to move the pieces or the language and jump in at a level that's appropriate to you.
everybody to Team Chess Battle 2. We have just finished the first game and Team Oh Yes My Queen is currently leading the score. Eric, do we expect the game to a little bit more quiet?
I hope so, yeah. Not only sound-wise, but also position-wise. I mean, a draw will clinch us victory, so hopefully we can be solid and not give them any hopes of moving on.
So what happened? Your fire alarm went off? I missed the memo on that.
The fire alarm went off, yeah. It was going for, I'd say a good 10 minutes, but it was a pretty bad 10 minutes. But I had to make sure I didn't succumb to the fire.
It was making sure the guy I called to do that took care of the job. That's all. Looks like it didn't work. But apparently he did what I asked him to do. No, I'm kidding. All right.
You guys ready? Okay.
I mean, we're ready.
We're ready. Yeah, let's do it.
We got black in a must-win situation. It's not ideal, but we'll figure it out. Looks like Nemo's cat's having a snack.
Yeah. He's trained me so that whenever he sits on this chair, I give him a treat.
Let me send you back. Enough talking. Time to play moves. Good luck, y'all.
Let's do it.
What do you think, Chad? Who is gonna win this one now? Well, Team Dandinavian is in a must-win situation and they have black pieces. Let's see how the game goes.
Played a bullet game and I lost, so maybe that
little reverse Uno card.
Little reverse. All right, we'll see if they play E4 or if we're on our own. Okay, going with the plan.
Sicilian. Sicil for the kill. Oh, and they play C3 Sicilian. Okay. Yeah, was not expecting that.
You like knight f6?
What do you feel most comfortable with?
I played this funny line with d6. That's a little awkward.
Do you think they would have prepped it?
What?
I don't have a lot of prep here, I got to say, so I'm willing to punt to you on this one.
Okay, I mean, the knight f6 main lines are the most straightforward, but they're actually hard because there's a lot of drawing lines. So this is actually a really good choice by them because the Alapin has so many variations that just peter out.
That's right. So, I play a line with b6, but it's very risky, and I don't think we should go for it.
Why not? Let's do it. I bet he doesn't know. I bet they didn't look at it.
Probably they prep for it, actually, because I played it in tournaments before. But what's your line that you play?
I play this d6 line, but also people can see me playing it a lot. So
got it.
It's
okay. I mean, you want to try b6?
It's kind of wild. But the problem is, and I know the main lines with knight f6 and d5, but the problem is they're just so drawish. Like
yeah.
So match situation, even with the risk of prep, I would go for one of our lines. And
I don't know that we have to get that desperate so early, though.
Okay. So you just want to play like a main line, like knight f6?
Let's play a main line. Let's do it. Yeah, let's not get too shook here.
Desperate.
Yeah.
All right. A lot of different lines here.
Yeah.
I like the d6 lines here.
Okay. d6 fine by me.
Straightforward.
I've only played e6 in this position, but I know d6 is totally good. Okay.
There are some weird moves that maintain weird tension, like a6 and g6 is super risky on bishop c4. But you could if a6.
I think taking an e6 is just our default, right? But
just take on d4.
Yeah, and e6.
Yeah, this is the main line, but again, we're gonna get well-known stuff as far as positions that are equal.
Yeah. We'll have chances though at some point.
Okay. All right.
We just can't get too far behind on the clock and got to maintain hopefully some tension.
Yep. So do we play like the bishop e7 line and let them trade, or play knight b6?
Yeah, so I guess we have to consider. Go ahead.
I prefer bishop e7 and let them give us the bishop here if they want some of those isolated queen pawn positions.
I like that too, because then if they want to simplify, at least we'll have the bishop pair to work with.
Yeah. I like this stuff. And We can play for a6 and b5 or b6 here, and at least white's a little better, but at least we're not getting the most.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so a6 is possible, b6 is possible here. Knight c6 is the most obvious move, obviously.
There's a lot of scenarios where they go bishop d7, bishop c6. Probably not the best, though, in this exact position.
I kind of like that fun idea. Bishop d7, bishop c6. It's probably not the best in this position. Blitz game, I probably play a6 and avoid knight to c6 lines. But I also really like bishop d7 as just a... I mean, they'll take d6 and go for knight e5 in a lot of those spots.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if they go for some scenario where they take on d5, how we want to best position ourselves to try to win. Mm-hmm. They might just end up playing queen e4, though, like the queen e4, bishop d3 plan,
Yep. Yeah, if bishop d7, queen e4, bishop c6, bishop d3, we can play g6 in those positions. It's not the end of the world, and it's kind of a risky... Maybe we should bait them into that.
Just to get something
play
sharp.
g6, and I would love for them to go for an attack on the king side and for us to get some counterplay on the queen side, but...
Yeah, just to force them to some decision. So bishop d7, queen e4, bishop c6, bishop d3, g6. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. It's definitely risky, but we might go down in flames, but let's try it.
I think more likely than not, they'll actually take d6 here and go for 95 stuff, but we'll see. But it's okay. I mean, it also isolated queen pawn commitment. We can play knight c6 there.
These positions all kind of run together in my head.
What? Yeah, they do. And
know what I mean?
We're going to have to grind out a little bit of a small chance, to try to win here.
Yeah.
That's all right. Hey, we were there. We played a great game last game. We survived some blue screen, and we got a little cute.
That's right.
One game at a time, baby. Easing the tension.
One at a time.
Like
Plenty of chess to play, and that's why we shouldn't get too desperate after a move like c3. It's a good choice by them, but we still got a full chess game.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm glad we didn't go for the stuff that I would normally play, because I'm sure there was some prep there, and there's some really funky lines. Yeah, I kind of thought
so I think they're gonna play knight c3. Yeah. Okay, so
now, there's bishop e6. Simple.
Yeah, because if we go bishop c6, the bishop seems ineffective there, and also we're asking for e6, right?
Yeah, I think we just quickly play this, and then we're going to get the knight to c6 next.
Yeah. Okay, not the most exciting position, that's for sure, but I don't think we have problems here. Knight c6.
Yeah. We definitely don't have problems, but it was definitely a good opening choice by them.
Yeah.
We'd love to find a way to make it dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
But that comes at the risk of probably doing something a little dubious.
At least there's a small imbalance with us having the bishop and knight versus the two knights. It's not going to be anything to write home about, if at all, but
yeah,
if we're even can point to it as an advantage, but that's okay.
If they take d6, there's obviously nothing to do but just take, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Making sure there was no other. So now, do we play like rook e8? Do we play a6?
Yeah, rook c8.
Rook c8.
I think they're just playing a useful move in general.
Yeah, they want to move the knight at some point and not have d4 be a problem.
Right.
Like if rook c8, are they taking d6 and have knight g5 ideas? I don't think so, but I could be convinced just to quickly play rook e8, rook c8, a6, or h6, like anything.
Let's play rook c8. Seems handy.
Yeah, and it's a little bit not so symmetrical. Maybe there's an endgame where we plop a rook on c2 quickly.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they'll get greedy and play something like queen b5 at some point. probably not a good idea, but it'd be nice if we could sneak in bishop g4 somewhere, but that is going to be tough.
Yeah. Agreed.
Agreed town.
Agreed town. Population us. You know, Happy learned how to putt. Let's do it.
We're having a hard time putting so far.
I don't know what the equivalent is to chess right now. Our short game got away from us last game, but you know
it did. It really did. Our short, exactly right. Didn't convert that end game.
We didn't convert. You know, we were on the green in regulation, as they say, but we three putted.
Mm-hmm.
You know. All right. Well, at least time's getting equal. They're trying to figure out the best way to handle this, but the one good thing is they might be overthinking. Like, how do we just take it to a draw? And then maybe there's no way to do that by force. You know.
No, it doesn't look like it. I mean, probably we should have looked at queen. Okay, I was about to say we probably should have looked at that move, but I don't know. I'm not unhappy about this. We can just take on e5 here, right?
If they take with the d pawn.
Okay, but then I mean, I would think at minimum something with d4 is going to give us chances there.
I was also looking at bishop g4 here.
Right.
But they can take d5 with the queen.
If we take e5, they take with the d pawn. Let's say we play d4.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they can take on b7, but that's already getting a little weird after bishop g4. I feel like that's a dream scenario for us if we're trying to win.
Yeah. And if we take e5 and they take like with what, like the knight, then we're just going to defend b7.
Yeah, maybe even knight a5 potentially.
I was going to say we're going to move like knight a5 because if they play b4, c3 falls.
I like that. Yeah, let's take e5.
Agreed town. Population us.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're going for this.
Okay, so they're spoiling for a fight.
If a6 takes, there's no knight a5 stuff trapping the queen because queen takes a6. So just making sure.
I like this d4 move. I mean, that's the move that really speaks to me here.
I want to make sure there's no way for the queen to get trapped over there. But yeah, this seems
like I would not play this way. What they're doing, if their intentions to grab b7 or something, this seems very unnecessary. Might still be okay for them, but
if they play bishop e3, are we playing bishop g4? I think so.
Bishop e3 even gets interesting to sack the queen there. Take e3, take f2.
Yep, with the bishops, it sure does.
Definitely not the only move though.
But bishop g4 is also kind of weird for them.
That's right. I feel like queen b5 was a little impulsive on their part.
Yeah, I mean, we probably should have calculated it. but hey, you know what? When you're losing, you can't calculate everything. That's life.
Yeah, I mean, I could foresee some queen sack scenarios being very interesting here.
Fun town, for sure.
We get a bunch of activity going. Because look, like aside from the hanging b pawn and maybe arguably some alignment issues on the d file, I think we're doing very well.
So if they take b7, we're playing bishop g4. There's no tricks there for them. They take d4, we take with the knight. They take again, we take. They win e7, we win f4. We're up a rook.
Seeing if there's any other alternatives too. Like there's stuff like bishop c4, Danny.
Yeah, I was looking at that too, but
because then rook c7 is a threat. Queen b7, bishop c4.
I didn't see that. That's nice. If queen b7, bishop c4 is freaking. That's right out of Eric Rosen's playbook.
That's diabolical, yeah.
That's diabolical stuff. Okay, so actually, that's probably the move. So what if they just move the knight to e2? Let's go through some simple moves. Knight e2.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. Knight e2, I mean...
By the way, your bishop c4 idea is freaking bananas. Like a6 there, and if queen b7, bishop c4.
Right, exactly. Same idea, right?
Yeah. Well, and funny about that line is on bishop c4 there, you're not just threatening rook c7, you're also threatening knight a5.
Mm.
Oh, wait, no, the queen go to e4. So, okay, sorry. So, no, rook c7. But that's actually just really bad for them. So, knight e2. By the way, the a2 pawn's hanging in some lines just to, like, spy it.
I was thinking about that as well.
Let's get this, baby. Let's get this. Come on, Sean. Let's go to OT.
Let's take this to Armageddon, Danny. Come on.
Team Scandinavian.
Mm-hmm.
If knight
yeah,
e4,
we're up on the clock now, too, so...
I keep coming back to your bishop c4 idea. I love a6, queen b7, bishop c4 in a ton of positions. They play rook e1, rook c7. Oh, wait, by the way, the queen isn't trapped there. She can play queen b6. So we should actually be a little careful.
Mm-hmm. They might end up playing that knight e2 move because, they do. Okay, so this is, I think, a good opportunity for us here, Danny.
Yeah, so candidate moves quickly. Bishop takes a2 is a candidate move.
Yeah.
Even queen to b6 is a weird candidate move if the queens come off.
Exactly, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Bishop g4 has to be considered here. It doesn't work because they're taking with the rook, like at the end of the line. Like knight takes, rook takes, our queen has to move, and there's... Okay, just making sure we're not...
Even a move like queen c7 might be a candidate here.
Oh, yeah,
still
but
bishop
c4.
c4.
Everything bishop c4.
Yeah.
Queen c7, knight takes, and if rook takes, we just play bishop takes a2. They have e6 at the end of those lines because the bishop is actually defending.
Oh, rook takes, we still have bishop c4, right?
Oh, yeah.
Rook on f1.
Oh, yeah.
But queen c7 feels kind of wrong. Like it doesn't...
It feels wrong, but then we're going to play a6 next.
But our pawn on d4 might eventually be hanging.
I agree, but I think the dynamic pressure there is like, I mean, we're playing a6, the queen's moving back, and we bring the other rook to d8. If they take it, they're just opening up. I mean, it just feels like there's knight to b4 in a lot of positions. I mean, so so a6 doesn't work. If a6, queen b7, bishop c4.
Yeah, then I think they can play knight f takes d4. I think knight f takes should work there.
Yeah, there's no knight a5. The queen e4, right?
I mean, queen c7 is kind of appealing. I'm just not sure about rook c1 in reply.
But I would love to just play like a6. Where's the queen go?
Queen a4?
d3? I mean...
Well, I guess there's bishop g4 too. Well, maybe not. Bishop g4 is less effective when the rook c1. Okay, let's think. We don't want to botch this decision. I mean, there is our bishop takes a2 idea. Did we ever find anything wrong with that?
I don't know, because if bishop takes a2, by the way, if they take on d4 twice with the knight, we still have bishop c4. If they take d4 and take with the rook, we have queen to b6.
I'm not sure about that endgame.
Yeah, but we've got the bishop pair. I hear you. We can also just take, and if they take with the rook, we can play queen to c7. Because if they play e6, we can move the queen to like c6 or something, and taking f7 is not a big deal.
I don't know. It somehow doesn't feel quite right.
I agree. It feels spicy.
It's like we're missing some key move here. We know this position's good, but we're missing some motif.
Queen a5 an idea at some point. So queen c7, you don't like what?
I thought rook c1 there is maybe what they would do. I don't know though. Maybe we should just play it. I think we're already burning a lot of time. Let's just make them find something. I think we have options on rook c1. That's not the most terrifying move.
Yeah, and I like that it keeps the tension. We definitely took a lot of time there.
Yeah, we did. That was probably my fault. We were hemming and hawing there. This is what I do in my videos, Danny.
Look, this is a critical moment, though.
It is a critical moment.
A situation where we have to win the match. I mean, I think that,
Yeah. I mean, it's an attractive move. It escapes the file.
Yeah, A2 is still
E6.
hanging in a lot of positions. So
It is. Yeah. Maybe E6 isn't a big deal, like you said.
yeah, that was kind of my thinking.
So I'm going to spend time thinking about rook c1.
Yeah, go for it.
So I just feel like we have to address that. I mean, I was thinking queen d7 might be a good move there against rook c1. Because they can't take on d4 then, I don't think.
Yeah, because we have intermezzo check.
But then they're going rook f to d1, and it feels like they're kind of coordinating. We do have a6, though. There's always that a6 move that you like.
I was looking at something with a6 and b5, and if they take a6, is there some sort of trick there? I don't see it, but I was just thinking, because there's bishop c4.
Imagine this line, Danny. So rook c1, queen d7, rook f d1,
Yeah.
a6,
Uh-huh.
queen a4.
Uh-huh.
I think there we have knight takes e5.
I like it. I like it.
Queen takes
And if
d7, knight
a6,
takes f3
queen
check.
d3, there's already things like knight b4.
Yeah. Probably
like
we
that
get a
move.
little bit better of an endgame out of that. I don't know if it's how great it is, but
I want to point out this line too, just so you see it. If rook c1,
Sure.
a6, queen a4, b5, queen a6, bishop c4. It hits e2 and threatens rook a8. Oh no, it doesn't.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it does actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. That's a great point, Danny. That might be. Yeah, because I was always thinking a6 and b5 will lose that pawn, and I wasn't sure, but you bring up a great point.
The only
do
thing
they have
that's-
e6?
Do they have what, e6?
E6 at that point?
Yeah, because the knight defends. Ooh, so they're nervous about this.
B3. Whoa.
They're nervous about the tactics, so they just played a quick instinct move with time. That was their thing. They're like, let's just play b3. While
I want to take care of that c4 square.
So we can play a6. We can play rook d8. Do we have bishop g4?
Bishop g4 is still an option. Absolutely.
They have e6 because the knight defends the bishop.
What do you think about a6?
A6, queen a4.
At least then we still have bishop g4 as an option if we want.
And if e6, then just queen b6. Yeah, I like that. We're doing.
I mean,
it.
I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, also queen a4. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, they didn't even play it.
So now we have knight b4.
Ooh.
By the way. I mean, if we play knight b4 and they take d4 and we take a2, like that's what we want with the bishop here. Things are getting spicy AF.
Yeah, because the d pawn looks kind of like dead weight. I feel like they're spending a lot of time trying to corral that pawn.
I think we should just go knight b4. If queen d4, knight a2.
Let's do it. This is where we got to kick it into gear on the clock too. We got to put them under pressure.
And it just dynamically, the queen, rook doubled, the bishops. Okay, so now that's funny. They're just backing up.
Backing up. This doesn't look right for them.
It doesn't.
D3 or queen c2?
Yeah, d3 or queen c2. I was going to say the same thing.
So queen c2, maybe they play a3. That's what they're thinking.
If d3, they can't play knight c3. Where are they putting the knight?
Yeah, d4, I guess.
And then bishop g4.
They're probably trying to work up to. Okay, but our knight can come to d5 as well.
Yeah,
sometimes.
a3, knight d5. It just feels like the tactics are getting so tricky for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I love d3. If they play a passive move, we'll just put the rook on d8. I think we should do it and just.
All
right.
I was going to mention queen a5 is also interesting there, but okay, this looks good too.
Queen a5, they could win d4 for a2, and we get b3 at the end. But I guess I'm just like nervous. Okay, I say we just go bishop g4 here. We have
Let's
knight
see.
d5. What?
Bishop g4 you want?
Yeah, what do you think?
I'm a little worried about that a3 move. Like, what do you think about queen a5?
Queen a5.
Because that
Probably would've
solidifies
been
the
better.
knight. Like them not having a3 is really nice, I think.
Okay. And if they play rook a1?
Oof. I mean, queen a3 at minimum?
Yeah, I guess I was just worried about, getting the queen over committed there. We're definitely keeping the d3 pawn in these lines now.
Yeah.
I like bishop g4, a3, knight d5.
I don't know. I feel like that's going to liquidate and we're going to lose d3 and we're going to regret it.
Okay. All right. I'm trusting you. Let's do it. Let's do it
go
here.
queen a5. Let's make them work for that d3 pawn, Danny.
All right.
Because if they take e6, we take back. Like rook c2's coming. That bishop is loose on f4.
Yeah, taking e6 doesn't seem great with rook c2 coming. I'm expecting rook a1 here because they want to threaten a3. And
that's such an ugly move, rook a1.
It is ugly. And I wonder if there's ways to like go for something dynamic there.
Yeah, we could even move the queen and then knight c2 might be in play at that point. Like queen d5, let's say.
Yeah, queen d5. I love that.
Like they might find a way out of this, but hopefully they start thinking.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe queen a5 was better than d3, but I played it fast. I was trying to put pressure. I think we're okay. Obviously, if they take e6, they open the f file, which is funnies for us.
Yep. I mean, rook c2 could be in the air too. It's not out of the question.
Yeah. Even with an exchange stack?
Yeah. Probably not great, but in certain circumstances, it might be
if
good.
knight c2, dc, rook c1, queen a2, we're like winning a crap load of stuff.
Yeah, b3 falls. It actually is probably a decent idea. That's probably a threat here, isn't it?
I mean, it's a hard move to play, when we're giving up the exchange and we've got pressure. But I
like if they play a4, let's say, it's probably very unlikely, but it's probably a good move.
a4, rook c2, knight c2, dc. Ooh, they went for a3. What did we miss?
Oh, because if okay, they have rook a1.
Okay, we missed this.
We totally missed this.
Are we just losing? We might just be losing.
Rut-row.
Rut-row.
Let's not let our emotions betray our surprise.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that was bad that we missed that.
Trying to figure out some sort of tactic.
That's a bad one because we don't even have a way to make it kind of complicated.
Yeah, we have to give up the knight on b4.
Yeah, we're going to have to give up a piece for very dubious compensation. Do we give up the queen? Take rook a1.
No, it doesn't look.
What do you think?
I think we're screwed. I think if rook c2, they can take b4, so it's not even funny.
No, it's not.
I was so excited about that exchange stack idea.
Yeah. Okay, I'm looking at queen takes a3 and just like some version of a sacrifice there, like probably take on a1 and hope for the best in that scenario.
Take a1 and then play bishop d5 and keep the bishops.
Yeah, there's like knight f5, but we're going to have to muck around, aren't we?
We're in big trouble. Queen a3, rook a1, take, bishop d5, knight f5, bishop c5. I mean, like, all they want to do is trade and corral that d3 pawn and it's over.
Yeah, let's just take a3. I think we got to.
Okay. Well, there goes our team chess battle chances, bro.
Yeah. We go down in flames together, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Okay,
I don't
so
think we just got to take A1.
yeah, let's take A1.
Yeah, not good. Bishop D5 or Bishop G4. I just want to
Okay,
keep.
so we can play Rook FD8 maybe.
Okay, I got it. Yes,
Take Bishop G5. At least like Rook C2. Rook C2 doesn't work. Okay, we're pinning all our hopes on the D pawn, right?
Yeah, we're all in on the D pawn here.
For sure.
Which again makes me think if instead of D3, Queen A5, they don't have the A3 trick there. So you were right. I think D3 was I think I lost us the match on D3, bro.
No, I talked us into Queen A5. That was we just both straight up missed A3.
Yeah.
Rook C1. Okay.
I feel like we should try to keep pieces on the board, like Bishop D5, and if Knight F5, Bishop F8. I mean, we can take C1 and play Rook C8.
Right.
There's no follow-up.
Thinking that too.
What?
But like you said, at least we keep pieces on board. Let's do that. We got to move fast. Oh, I thought you were going to take C1.
Oh, I didn't know.
That's okay.
When you said keep pieces on the board, let's do that. I thought you were going back to Bishop D5.
They're probably equivalent at this point, huh?
Yeah, that's frustrating, man.
I mean, at least our blunder was one that we both just completely missed.
The moment A3 was on the board, we were just like, what? Like,
I wonder if they saw it right away either, because they definitely paused.
Yeah, they thought for a long time.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was like a eureka, like, hey, wait, can we just play A3?
Yeah.
That was frustrating.
Okay, we might have some swindling chances here. We got to get them in time pressure. That's our only shot.
Yep. As long as we're playing, there's a chance.
That's right.
As long as they haven't freed their back rank, there's a chance. That's what I tell my daughter.
Yep. If you have a knight, you have a chance. That's what I tell my
I have a
child.
chance. There you go. Just keeps going. There's a back rank, there's a chance. Where there's a knight, there's a chance. If there's a pass pawn, there's a chance.
I feel like that trade kind of benefited us. They've got some.
Yeah, they don't have a clear way to get rid of the D pawn right now without some tactics.
Nah, like knight E1, bishop E4.
Yeah,
we've had worse positions than this in our chess career.
For sure. Hey, if there's one thing you and I know, it's our way around a bad position.
As my friend Igor Schneider has said before, I've had worse positions against better players.
Uh-huh. How's Igor doing, by the way?
I think pretty well. I haven't talked to him in a little while, but yeah, he's doing well.
H6.
Eric and Nemo have been sharp today, though. They've definitely seen resources that we have not.
Yeah, that was kind of, you and I are a little old doggish right now.
Yeah, we got to be on point. I think they're going to go for knight F5 here, by the way. Knight F5, knight D6. I'm getting that vibe.
So knight F5, bishop F8, knight D6, rook C2, queen takes B4, we lose.
Yeah.
If knight F... Oh, they did.
Queen D1. Whoa.
Okay,
so they want bishop D2 optionality.
We should play bishop E4.
Bishop E4, yeah. Looks as good as anything else. Let's do it.
I'm doing it.
Yeah. If they show a little hesitancy, like this is not over.
Wow, I just spilled a bunch of water on my desk. LOL.
We could maybe try to maneuver our knight to C3 in some cases.
Oh, I like that.
Knight D5 or knight... Okay,
now
so
that
D3
is back.
Ooh, knight C2?
Oh, I love knight C2.
Might as well, right?
We're losing for sure, but I love it.
Yeah. This is how you can try to climb back into games. Like, give them just little problems to solve.
That dark square bishop is super irritating.
Can we change the time control, by the way, Danny? No 10-second increment.
Just like right now.
You have the authority to do that, right?
I have the authority to make a format change mid-game.
So we're actually playing a 222 versus 305 game right now. No increment. H4.
Should we just play H6 to free our back rank? Should we play Bishop C5?
Yeah, let's do it.
Bishop C5? Bishop C5 is kind of irritating for them.
Bishop C5.
I don't know. Or just H6.
Yeah, you bring up a good point with Bishop C5. Yeah, let's do it.
I think we should be a little more aggressive before.
I mean, maybe they're going to go Knight G5, but that's...
And Bishop G6.
Bishop G6. Yeah.
And if they play H5, we'll take D4. They'll take G6, we'll take.
Sure. Why not? H6 was just instinctive, but I like it better.
It's the kind of move you would play if you were in any kind of equal position. But
yeah,
the question to me now is if they play Bishop E3, are we taking or are we leaving the knight there?
Probably take and then Bishop B4 or Bishop A3.
Yeah.
Their knights are starting to look kind of redundant.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll play H6 the next time we have a chance, but at least here there's some pressure. Okay, so now we just play
Go for Knight G5. I
think we play Bishop G6. If we take D4, they take E4. We have Knight E2 check, but they guard F2. So I'm kind of like, I think we should call their bluff. I'm just going to play this fast.
Yeah.
If H5, then we'll take, and if they take, we'll play Knight E2 check intermezzo, and then take on G6.
Yeah, and at least that's another pawn we can bank. If we keep the D pawn alive, we got chances.
If we get the knight on E2, okay. If we get the knight on E2, what's the trick? Takes G6, Knight E2 check. We got to do it. We just don't have a lot of time. I mean,
yeah. So are you going to play Knight E2 check right away, or are you going to hold off on it?
I think we should play Knight E2 check because if not, actually, whatever's fine.
Let's think for a second.
I thought Knight E2 check if they move the king to the H file. I got excited about like Rook C6 and mate. No kidding. Yeah.
I think we should hold it for a move. H takes.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like Bishop E3 is probably good here, but well, okay. I mean,
they're trying to corral the D pawn.
Yeah. Bishop E3, Knight E2, because if King F1, we can take E3.
Uh-huh. They could take D3. So
does that work?
Oh no, not because we check and then take G5.
They're not going to mess with that.
Now we have Knight E2 if we want.
Which I feel like we kind of have to play, right?
Yeah, and then we should probably go Bishop, either Bishop D4 or Bishop A3. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I like Bishop D4 now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Just to kind of poke and prod.
Just poke and prod.
Look for Bishop G1 if they play F4. Some weird tactics. I wish we could just put our rook on the H file and it's over.
Might not be crazy, right? King H7, rook H8. No.
If F4, King H7, they move the bishop, rook H8, they take D3, King G8 wins.
In our dream scenario.
Our dream scenario. I mean,
I think they're just going to play F4 and shut this down.
Yeah, we're ignoring Knight G5 check in all those scenarios.
Okay, what about this, Danny? F4? What if we go G5? Really try to sneak attack them. Knight takes G5, rook C6 then. Nah, but they have Knight H3.
They have Knight H3. They also have E6 there, but it's definitely irritating, and they only have a minute. So if they play F4, I feel like we should either play rook C6 or G5 right away.
Mm-hmm.
Like rook C6 is a funny move because it doesn't actually come to G5. What?
It might get them nervous, yeah.
Yeah, I like rook C. Ooh,
Ooh, what? Bishop e3. So they going for queen takes d3 after we take?
Or I think we have to take e5 check. I think we just have to.
And then rook d8?
Yeah, like try to just guard the pawn.
Okay, just seeing if there's any tactics.
If they play a 4, we have to take with the knight.
Yeah, that's fair.
By the way, we have knight c3 in a lot of positions if the knight moves.
True,
So like,
true. Wait,
wow.
what? They're really trying to like simplify this by force, but this is...
Okay, I'm taking because I don't... We're down a
queen.
Yeah,
okay. So obviously pre-move the capture. They're going to go g3.
Yep.
I feel like they're playing with fire here, Danny. Like f5 might be a move.
Rook c2
no,
check.
f5 queen takes d3.
Rook c2 check. The king moves.
So rook c2 check. They want that.
We have drawing chances now, by the way. But although that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, they're really trying to do this by force. Which appears to be working.
Rook c2 check, king h3, bishop h6, queen d3, rook c1. We just kind of play a little fire there.
Yeah, queen check and knight g5, though.
Yeah, we could play bishop e5 here and then just try to play... we can't really play f6, although we can, actually. If f6... No, queen d5 check, king moves, they take b7.
I think we need something a little spicier if we got it, but probably we don't have it.
By the way, what about rook e8? They'll take d3.
Yeah.
But okay, like, what if we keep the bishop on the long diagonal so that g3 is a target?
We do have multiple pawns for the rook, or for the...
Yep.
Yeah.
Bishop e5, they take d3. We just play...
Problem there is our coordination's quite good.
Yeah. What's the setup? What's the setup we could try to go for?
I really like this f5 move, but f5, queen d3, take e4, they have queen d5. Do we have any chances there with, like, put the rook behind?
King h7 takes f4, rook e8. We don't have a lot of...
Should we... You make the call.
I don't think we should. I think we should keep the bishop on the board and try
keep the bishop on, yeah.
It was pretty...
Just try to fight.
I'm making a couple moves quick here because I'm like, well, they're going to play knight g. I was trying to give them a chance to blunder with, like, the bishop and rook coming together on g3. That doesn't look like it's happening. Not happening, Bob.
Got to go rook b8.
They're going to play knight g5.
Rook f8. And then somehow pray that we can swindle them.
Queen b7.
I have queen h3 here is a nice move.
Oh, lol.
Okay, then we go rook d8, I guess.
Yeah. No. Play a5 after queen b7.
Yeah. I would love for them to play queen h3, actually, but now they're going to play smart. Yeah, a5.
The problem is we have to win.
Yeah. that's a big issue.
It would be very different.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just making moves unless you see an idea.
Yeah, you have full license to do that.
I mean, we're kind of stuck here. I mean, they could play king h3, and if I play bishop e4, they just go back to h2 and remind us that they don't need to win.
Blunder knight.
There's always a chance they blunder the knight.
If they blunder the knight, it's game on.
Hey.
Be funny if bishop b4 and They went repeated knight g5.
I don't know what to play now.
Bishop g5.
Okay. It's funny. We were bringing the heat there for a second.
Mm-hmm. We really were. Bishop e7.
Yeah. We can play rook b8 and then king f8.
Uh-oh. Let's see.
That's a
what
problem.
About rook? How can we get our rook free? It's not simple. Rook b8, knight takes a5, rook d8. Oh, then they have knight c6 even. Ugh. Let's play bishop f6. This move does nothing, but we really have nothing.
We have nothing. It does nothing because we have nothing.
Yeah, that's right.
Last chance. G5, G4, rook e2 check. Bishop into d4, mating net.
Boom. Let's go for it. Oh, they blunder rook d4? Hold up. Hold up, Danny. We might have drawing chances now.
Are they going to take on d4 with the queen?
Oh, if they do that, I think we'd love it. Can they try? No, they can't. I think they're just going to lose a piece now.
Well, at least we can go after g3 now.
Yeah, so they're going to try to win f7. Okay, but we got to take that knight, obviously.
Question is, do we check on d2 and go after the b pawn?
Yeah, check on d2, make them figure out which way they're going to go.
Yeah, and then try to play bishop e5.
Assuming king h3, maybe rook d3, and we can gang up on g3 someday.
Yeah, and if they play queen c4, you play rook c3.
Yes. Or do we like something else here? I think rook d3 is good. We gotta try to create some threats, right?
Yeah.
It ain't over in team chess battle.
It ain't over yet.
Rook d4.
Yeah, kind of sit for a second.
Yeah.
Let them
make them come up with a plan to push the b pawn.
I'd love to play g5, g4, but
g5,
if we
g4,
give up,
exactly.
No, but if we give up a perpetual, the match is over.
But that's not easy for them to purpose. Let's play g5. Oh wait, maybe they go g4 though. But I think still we got to try it.
G5, g4. Then we try to relocate the bishop to like. I almost want to play a move like bishop d8, but they have
beware queen h3 is a threat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's try this. This is the best position we've had in like 25 moves, 30 moves.
That's true. King h6.
Okay.
Or king g8.
Is there any sneaky business? I don't see a checkmate that they have. Yeah, king h6.
Yeah, they'd love to check and then play g4. But then
dude, they're getting nervous. They got to be. They just made a pretty big blunder. Okay.
So now we can check and go to b2. We can also play rook f4 here.
Yeah, what are you feeling?
Even rook b4. And then if like queen to f3, we play king g6 to avoid the mating net. I don't know.
They're going to kind of park their queen on e6, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like,
I feel like rook f4 and bishop d4 is the next kind of trickiness. I don't know. Because if we can ever check on f2 and their king get to h3, there's like a mating net there. So part of me wants to play rook f4 and try to get them focused on the b pawn.
We could start with rook d2 too, just to kind of force their king. Okay, we got a little time.
Well, okay, I'm going here because I
Okay.
I was worried of rook d2, king f3. All right, they're
okay. Now
this
they
is
got a
okay.
mate threat, so beware.
Yeah, I'm gonna play king h7 real quick.
Yeah.
This is kind of what I was hoping for. I want them to play like queen to b8 and try to go for the b pawn, and we'll play bishop d4. They'll play b4. Okay, so this is kind of irritating.
Just repeat for a second.
What?
Repeat for a second. King h6.
Yeah.
We might have to play g6 to try to play for a win.
Like g6 right now?
Yeah, let's do it. I don't see how we can avoid this move. It's not optimal, but I think we got to safeguard our king a little bit. Okay, so if take, there's obviously queen f8.
Bishop d4 threatens check.
Yeah, let's do it. At least we get the bishop on a diagonal where it could maybe do some damage and help defensively.
Yeah.
Yep. Do we play rook b2 after this, Danny?
I think so.
I think so.
I would love to just like get them in a mating net here. I don't see it.
Yeah. Feels like we might have enough to maybe draw this, but winning is going to be tough. Okay. Yep. Where's our skewer?
We can check and remind them we have a draw.
And rook c3?
Yeah.
Type thing? Or, yeah, just give some checks?
Yeah, they're kind of reminding us that they are fine with the draw.
Yeah, we can probe the g-pawn.
How do we do
check
that?
On c2, rook b2. Round and around. Queen c6, rook b3.
Yeah, if we get the king up and we go win the g-pawn, we're losing. But, you know, fun.
We still have chances, man. Weird stuff happens, right? Time pressure.
Weird stuff happens. That's why we need to get him in time pressure where Eric and Nemo can't be on the same page, and maybe a blunder happens.
Oh yeah, queen h1 is a mate threat.
Yeah. Okay. So king h7.
Let's think. That gives them too easy of a perpetual. I think we got to go like rook b1 or something, but then they can push the pawn maybe.
What about bishop f6?
They can check us though, right? Queen h1, queen b7.
I don't know what to do here, though.
We'll try rook b1.
Yeah, we're running out of resources.
Yeah. I mean, I think they can just push their pawn here, but we got to at least force them to play something kind of complicated.
Yeah. I wish there was a good bishop move next.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Bishop f6 or bishop f8.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know what they want with their king.
They're just getting out of the mating net and coming to help the b pawn.
Should we play your bishop f6 move?
Yeah, I think we got to.
Why not? Okay, if I were white and wanted to blunder here, how would I blunder?
King d3.
Yeah, king d3. Check, yeah.
At least there's no mating it now.
So problem here is rook b4, queen d6.
Queen where? D6?
Yeah, rook b4, queen d6, and we can't even
we
trade.
Could check and then play rook b2, though. I think we should do that. Let him go for it.
Let him go for it.
Let him go for it. If they check h1 and check on b7, we go to like h8. They check on the 8th rank. We come up. They check on the 7th. We block with the bishop. They play queen h1 check. We play king g8. Yeah. I don't think we can escape the checks. I was worried about this.
Guess we'll find out.
Yeah. We can play king f8, and if check, king f7.
I think they're just going to push, too. Let's play king h6, just repeat once.
Just to see.
See if they want to draw.
Okay, well, now we got to go for the win. And if they check, I think we should go king f8.
I think king f8, b6 is going to lose. Not that it matters much at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't, because a draw is as good as a loss.
King f8, right. Send it.
What the heck?
Let's do it.
What the heck?
So b6, what are we doing?
Maybe just bishop d4?
Check in b7, too easy though.
Yeah. Check on b3 and then check on c3.
Check on b3, why not? We got nothing else to do.
They're going to bring the king up. And we're mated.
At least maybe we could get their king on the side of the board in some weird configuration. They'll probably go to the center, but...
Yeah. I feel like we should play rook e3 and then block a check with rook e8. I don't know.
How about rook b1?
Okay.
I'm thinking like we can get a construction with the bishop coming to e5.
Okay.
Maybe some remote chances of continuing that with a fortress. King g7.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, they're gonna bishop e5 and we're busted.
Yeah, we have to try this.
There was almost rook c1 check there, but not quite.
Yeah, almost.
But if they blunder there.
Yep, got to try it. Who's locked in with who here?
Huh?
Who's locked in here with who?
They'll play queen to d7. Maybe they'll play.
I'm a little surprised they played that move. So now rook d1 is a threat.
Where are we checking? On the b file or on the d file? Ooh, wait.
Whoa, they're playing for checkmate. They're trying to walk their king, Danny.
Uh-huh. We're stuck over there. Kind of makes sense.
What do you think? Rook b6?
Rook b6 and if king f7?
Maybe bishop e5 and hope?
Or king h7 and just sit. King h7.
King h7, yeah, king f8. Let's go bishop e5.
Bishop e5 and hope.
I mean, they're really going for it. I commend him.
Isn't king g8 just over?
King g8. Oh, yeah.
I'm like, isn't king g8 just over?
I was only looking at king f8 for some reason.
That's checkmate.
Yeah.
But is there any Rosen trap?
Rosen trap.
Watch this.
Oh, bishop c7. For the crowd. For the crowd. Queen h1. Well done. Good game. Good game. That was well played.
GG. That was
GG's. Yeah, I think we were busted after that, missing that a3 move, Danny.
I mean, I think.
And with this beautiful checkmate and the little efforts, Team Oh Yes My Queen wins the match fair and square 2-0 total domination. John, how did your experience compare with Anish Giri's?
Well, I think you'd have to kick that to Danny.
How does my experience?
Danny, let me get it straight. Was it all Anish's fault again?
Honestly, thank you for bringing that up, Dina. I think it's fair to say today was Anish Giri's fault. that makes a lot of sense. No, you know what? Team. Yes, my queen played really well. John and I mutually blundered a3, just like mutual blindness. It's hard to know who to blame more on that.
Yeah, I'll take the blame on that one because I was pushing for queen a5, which we thought was good. But yeah, this a3
but you
move
were right. You were right that queen a5 before d3 was fine, though. So I'll take the blame on it. I played d3 and then queen a5. So even though we both didn't understand that our queen was getting trapped on a3, and obviously once they play a3, of course we saw it. We made the decision to sack the queen. But anyway, yeah, that was mutual blunders today, which makes sense. John and I said coming in that our biggest worry was that we're just not the sharpest knives in the drawer anymore. We're kind of we don't play actively that much. We don't play in serious chess tournaments that much, so we were worried about some blunderable opportunities, and that's kind of what happened.
Yeah, like we got good positions to work with in both games, but we couldn't put the whole package together. Which
the first game was kind of like just script. We're like, all right, let's just get some chess position and try to outplay them, and we were doing well. And then we overthought this whole king f2 thing instead of just the line we wanted, which was just to take b5 and rook b4. So. But okay, like we blundered, we made some tactical errors, and that's what happened. And I definitely think Anish Giri is to blame, but I'm going to come up with the reason why for when I engage with him on Twitter. Stay tuned.
Would you guys try again this team composition, though?
Hey,
oh yeah,
I love it. This is a ton of fun.
Danny and I are going to see each other IRL soon, so we'll get the mojo going there, get some further practice. Absolutely.
You can buy John dinner, Danny.
Well, don't I owe you guys dinner?
Oh, I thought you owned all three of us dinner.
Exactly.
So right. So you can also buy. Okay, so next time all four of us need to meet up in person.
All four of us are together.
Yeah. You're just delaying the dinner bet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, team. Yes, my queen. That was fun. We did the best we could after losing our queen to not let you guys. We were trying to give you training for the next round to make sure you were ready.
Yeah, congratulations to you guys. You guys were just sharper today. I think aside from that knight blunder in the end of this last game, you guys were pretty on point with all your calculations.
I think we did get a little bit complacent with blundering the knight, but as long as we didn't blunder a queen, that's what matters.
Yeah.
You did try, though, Eric, with that king d3 speculation of yours, but Nemo was there to save you, as usual.
Yeah, I did suggest a move that would have blundered the queen, but Nemo spotted it, and I'm grateful
like rook
for
d1.
Who blundered the knight? That was fun. We were so excited when you blundered the knight, and then we remembered that we had to win and not draw.
That was honestly, it was honestly like me. Like we were supposed to blunder check each other's moves, but I think at some point we were just like, this is so winning. Even a draw is going to be fine. So we were just kind of like, yeah, whatever.
That just shows some mercy.
When reality set in, that even after we won the night, there's no way we were going to win, and we had to win. It was like, well, what are we doing now?
Did you guys see A3 right away? Were you guys like planning that?
Nemo spotted it pretty quickly. Yeah, probably within like 5 to 10 seconds because it is the most forcing move.
It was just a very intuitive bullet move. Like I would make that move 100 out of 100 times in bullet just because it threatens the knight and your queen spin. And after that, we just started calculating into it, and it worked really well. So we're happy with it.
Yeah, we were surprised you guys went for queen b5 because that was the type of move we thought that would give us chances, even if it somehow works out for white.
Oh.
But we were happy to get the pawn to d4 and generate some dynamic play.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We were also really happy about queen b5.
I feel like if we play queen a5 instead of d3 first, it's a pretty tricky position there. Because I guess our hope was that if you take d4, we take a2, and maybe we have some chances in the end game. But the truth is that's probably just fine for white. By the way, the Alapin Sicilian was a great choice. Obviously, putting black in a must-win situation against the Alapin is really tough. So from a practical match perspective, the Alapin was dialed in.
Thank you. Yeah. Neither of us really play the Alapin consistently, but it's a nice surprise weapon once in a while.
So yeah, John and I both play weird, dubious stuff against the Alapin,
which I saw. D6 and D6 were the main.
The opening was all Eric. Yeah, he did amazing.
We kind of suspected as much, and we were like, all right, crap. Like Alapin is a great choice because we're in a must-win situation, and there's no way he didn't look at my D6 and your B6. So we made, I think, the best decision we could to go for our main line. But like objectively, it was a good choice because black just doesn't get a lot of winning chances in those positions. So
right.
Yeah, that was tough. In hindsight, it makes me think like, maybe after e4 we should be playing e5 or something in a must-win scenario. But no, it's tough. When you have to win as black, there's not a lot of great options.
We were half expecting the Scandi, just given your team name, but I guess it didn't quite come up.
Well, when we play a team with you, Eric, we have to account for all the openings that you're scheming to play against.
That's true. That's true.
That was top of the list for sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we didn't quite know like what trap you would come with, but we didn't think the Sicilian was a bad choice. Although, again, John, in hindsight, when we mapped out this idea, we didn't anticipate being in a must-win
in our
situation.
flurry of texts like 2 hours before the match.
Yeah, we didn't anticipate that we'd be down a game in that Sicilian position. So, Anyway, well, a lot of fun. We hope you guys go on to win. I love when we lose. Anish and I lost to the team that ultimately went on to win with Fabiano and Christian. And so, hopefully you guys go on to win as well. And team Yes, My Queen. Oh, Yes, My Queen. Sorry, forgot the O.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Danny.
Oh, Yes, My Queen goes all the way.
Yeah, we'll try our best. I don't know who we might play next because I haven't looked at the brackets, but all the teams are pretty strong in this competition.
Oh, I got you, Eric. Don't worry. So,
Sagar and Tanya.
You guys gonna face either Tanya and Sagar or Levi and James. Nemo, Eric, who would you prefer to actually play against?
I'm not sure. I'm
honestly
probably.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, both are like quite strong. Levy and Canty have more experience in more like online formats, but Tanya's fresh off like playing the Olympiad and helping India win a gold. So, that should be a super fascinating matchup.
All right, that's fair. Well, any predictions for that match whatsoever? Let's say, okay, Tanya, you said. Well, speaking of, actually, wait a second. I'm confusing you. Tomorrow, we have another matchup. Matchup number 3 of the quarterfinals, which is actually gonna be Pepe and Divis against Chess Dojo. Guys, who do you think that one is gonna be in favor?
I think that the chemistry between Pepe and Divis is just off the charts. Although obviously the Chess Dojo, guys literally, they run a virtual chess dojo together. So, they obviously are pretty tight as well. But I've never been more entertained than watching Pepe and Divis do commentary, and I don't even speak Spanish. They are absolutely out of this world hilarious and awesome to watch. So I think I'm kind of rooting for them, despite the fact that Chess Dojo are my boys. I'd love to see Divis and Pepe keep going.
All right. Well, what can I say? Nemo, Eric, any last words for tomorrow's match and your overall ambitions for this tournament?
I'm just looking forward to watching tomorrow's match because I feel like Pepe and Divis are going to unleash all their Spanish commentary. And I'm probably going to have to remember how to understand Spanish before watching tomorrow. So it should be super fun. But also looking forward to next match too.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I just like hanging out with Eric, honestly. Like, Eric is great. He's motivating me to look at a couple of different openings and for this match. And I started doing the Rosen score thing, which you guys should all check out.
We did win one Rosen trophy today with our pawn diamond in the first game.
He's helping me farm the Rosen score.
I love that. Well, it was great.
Right,
Congratulations, guys. Fun stuff. And good luck in the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, congrats,
so
guys. Best wishes in the next one.
GG's.
Thank you, guys. Once again, congratulations to Oh No, Oh Yes, my queen. And thank you all for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, same time, same place. Tune in for the third quarterfinals. That was me, your host, Women's Grandmaster Dina Belenke. And thank you for watching. Bye!
We got white.
Here we go. We're on
Let's do it, partner.
All right. You know what we're doing.
Bishop G5 as planned.
I love the tension, baby. I love the tension, baby.
Yeah, we just lean into the tension. I think they're going to go Bishop E7, Knight F6. I think they got to think about stabilizing now.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Do this. This is going to be crunch time, so we tried to finesse it too much in this game.
Yeah, we did. We tried to finesse it too much. We had it.
We queen?
Oh.
No, they
didn't let us. It was rook, right? A rook, and then you can.
We under promote, but then we move our king with checkmate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Got to go to the end and see.
Okay.
All right.
E4.
Yep. Let's do it.
Going with the plan.
Sicilian. Sicil for the kill. Oh, and they play C3 Sicilian. Okay.
If B7 Bishop C4 is freaking that's right out Eric Rosen's playbook.
That's a great point. Is A3 winning on the spot?
Okay, we missed this.
We totally missed this. We go down in flames together, buddy.
Good. I'm just trying to checkmate for no reason at all.
Danny, we might have drawing chances now.
Oh no, my pawn.
I'm super open to playing for a win if you wanted to, by the way.
Let's put them out of their misery, I guess.
Okay. Nice. Let us play it, please. Yeah!
Good job.
Woo! High five. Let's go.
Well done, Nemo. That was a good game overall. Like, we had to, I guess, again, keep composure after winning the queen.
We really thought through it.
Well done. Good game. That was well played.
GG.
GG's.